Here's something nobody tells you when you bring a cat home. Your cat is watching you, constantly, quietly, and in their mind, they've already made a decision about who you are to them. Not based on your name, not based on how much you love them, based entirely on your behavior, your patterns, your energy, the way you move through their world. And here's the part that surprises most people. Cats don't see all humans the same way. They have a classification system, a very specific, very instinct-driven way of categorizing the humans in their life. Scientists call it attachment behavior. Cat behaviorists have studied it for decades. And when you see the 5 types laid out clearly, you'll immediately know exactly which one you are to your cat. Some of them are beautiful. Some of them are a little uncomfortable to hear. But all of them are useful. Let's get into it. Type 1. The safe base. This is the highest rank a human can hold in a cat's world. The safe base is the person a cat runs to when something frightens them, the person they sleep closest to, the one they seek out, not just for food but for emotional regulation. A 2019 study from Oregon State University found that cats form secure attachment bonds with their owners in the same way human infants bond with their mothers. And just like infants, cats with a secure attachment use their person as a launching pad. They feel confident enough to explore because they know safety is right behind them. If your cat greets you at the door, follows you from room to room, or immediately calms down when you hold them during something stressful, that's you. You are their safe base. Here's what most cat owners don't realize. This bond isn't built through grand gestures. It's built through consistency. Showing up, being predictable, being calm. Your cat didn't choose you because you bought them the nicest toys. They chose you because you made them feel like the world was okay. Type 2. The provider. This one is more common than people want to admit. The provider is the person a cat associates primarily with resources, food, water, treats, playtime. The relationship is warm but transactional. The cat is genuinely fond of this person, but the attachment is heavily tied to routine and reward. You'll recognize this type easily. The cat is affectionate right around feeding time. They seek you out when they want something specific. But when the need is met, they disappear. Now, before you feel stung by that, this is not a bad relationship. Cats are honest. If they come to you, there's always a reason. The provider relationship simply means the emotional layer hasn't fully developed yet. And almost always it can. Cats who see their owner as a provider can shift into seeing them as a safe base, but it requires intentional bonding time that isn't attached to food or reward. Sitting quietly near them, letting them initiate contact, being present without an agenda. Type 3. The Playmate. This is the fun one. The Playmate is the person a cat associates with energy, stimulation, and excitement. Often it's a child in the household or a high-energy adult who loves active interaction. This person gets the zoomized version of the cat, pouncing, chasing, batting, wrestling. Cats who see someone as a playmate are genuinely bonded to them, but in a specific, high-octane way. The relationship lives in movement and stimulation rather than stillness and comfort. This is where it gets really interesting. Cats who have a strong playmate bond actually show lower anxiety and better physical health. Play is not optional for cats. It's a neurological need. It mimics the hunt cycle: stalk, chase, pounce, catch, and completing that cycle releases tension in a cat's nervous system. If a cat has chosen you as their playmate, they are telling you something important. You make them feel alive. That's not a small thing. Type 4. The Tolerated Stranger. Almost nobody talks about this one, honestly, but it exists in a lot of households. The tolerated stranger is a human the cat neither fears nor particularly seeks out. They coexist. The cat accepts their presence, eats the food they provide, occasionally sits in the same room, but there's no real bond there. No initiation of contact. No seeking comfort from them. This often happens with a second or third person in a multi-person household. The cat has already distributed their attachment, and this person simply didn't make the cut for a deeper role. Now you might be thinking, can this change?
Yes.
But only on the cat's terms. The biggest mistake people make with a tolerated stranger dynamic is trying too hard. Approaching the cat. Reaching for them. Forcing interaction. The path forward is counterintuitive. Ignore them more. Sit near them without looking at them. Let the cat come to you. Cats are deeply attracted to people who don't need anything from them. The moment you stop pursuing, many cats will start following. Type 5, the threat. This is the uncomfortable one. The threat is not necessarily someone who has harmed the cat. It can be someone who moves too fast, speaks too loudly, smells unfamiliar, or simply triggers the cat's instinct-level alarm system. For cats with trauma histories or limited early socialization, the threat category can include people who have genuinely done nothing wrong. Cats in this dynamic hide, hiss, flatten their ears, or leave the room the moment this person enters. Their nervous system reads this human as a predator signal, and survival instinct takes over completely. Here's what matters: this is almost never permanent. Cats can and do reclassify humans, but it requires extraordinary patience. Zero pressure. Long, slow exposure at a distance. Treats left near, not by, the person. Eye contact avoided. Voice kept low and steady. It can take weeks, sometimes months. But the day a cat who once hid from you chooses to sit 1 foot closer, that's one of the most earned moments in any human-animal relationship. Actionable takeaways. Identify your type honestly. Watch your cat's behavior toward you over the next week without projecting. When do they seek you out? What triggers it? What do they do when they're scared? If you want to move up, invest in stillness. The deepest cat bonds are built in quiet, unpressured moments, not in grand gestures. And if someone in your home is a tolerated stranger or a threat, share this with them, not as a judgment, as a roadmap. Your cat has been watching you since the day they arrived, quietly building a profile, deciding who you are to them. And now you know the 5 categories they work with. The beautiful truth is, most of these relationships can grow. Cats are not rigid. They're responsive. They update their classification every single day based on how you show up. And now, every time your cat seeks you out, or doesn't, you'll understand exactly what they're telling you. Which type are you? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely want to know. If you made it this far, you understand something most people never will. Cats aren't just pets. They're complex, emotional, intelligent beings. Tap the video on your screen to keep learning the secret language of cats. And subscribe to Cat Class, because understanding your cat changes everything.